Greetings. So before I do this, the power rankings were just a line in 3 games. That's fair. Um, so there was a comment on a video that said I said Ristolainen wouldn't get suspended, Crosby wouldn't even get a phone call. Ristolainen got suspended, Crosby will get a phone call. There you go. So in terms of the power rankings, the top 30 teams, it's pretty easy to pick number 30 based on the standings, based on current results. It's the Avalanche hanging out in 30th, all by their lonesome. Number 29, moving up a notch just because they haven't looked as miserable lately, is New Jersey. So these two teams are just hanging around the bottom of the league right now, deciding whether or not one of them is going to get that #1 draft pick. They'll both be in the lottery. Also in the lottery at 28th is Arizona, the Coyotes. Also, if you look over to the left here, I've got the standings at the time that I'm doing this, the standings as they are. One will notice that certain teams are threatening to fall right out of the playoffs right here. That's fine. Oh, and number 27 is uh, is uh, is them. They were top 10 last week, and over the last week, I've seen enough to put them at 27, and I'm putting them directly behind these guys who at least work hard every shift. So I'll just let that sink in for a second. Okie dokie. Number 25, because they're still showing fire and moxie, even though they're out, they're done. Number 25 is the Red Wings. Number 24, really, really rough year for me. So all three of my favorite teams are on the board. Good night, everybody. No. I don't know what happened. I don't get it. All right. Number 23, let's move along, is Buffalo. The Buffalo Sabres, who continue to show some improvement. Um, Debatable whether or not they're a playoff team next year, but we'll get into that after they've done the draft, after they've done free agency. We'll see what they do. Number 22, Kings. Los Angeles Kings. At the trade deadline, I thought they'd made a couple of smart moves, but I thought they were faster than they are. They're not fast, and they're in trouble. Number 21, coming off of a win tonight, Florida Panthers. So Florida is better than these teams right now. So Florida has been better than a third of the league, which does not get you into the playoffs. Number 20, and surprisingly number 20, and I think they're going to move back up. I think this is the lowest they're going to get. I can't see Minnesota being as low as 20 again. I think they'll pull out. But for right now, they are 20th. 19th, which is also not an easy call, is Philly. While Philly's results have been middling, they're still 19th for me on any kind of a power ranking. Number 18. This is a shocker, but they've lost 4 in a row, so I can't justify putting them any higher than 18th. This is a shocking list, really. I'll let you drink that in. All right, drinking done. Well, not for me. I'm a Bruins fan. 17, Winnipeg. I swear to God, you guys piss away another year. 17, Winnipeg, who have been very good lately. It's just they waited too late in the season to get better. 16, New York Islanders, who are poised and ready to help finish off the Bruins. I'm wearing my Islanders jersey for 2 videos tonight. There's a reason. Number 15, Calgary. Calgary with a mighty fall, but they're still better than half the league. And they're going to make the playoffs. The back-to-back losses to Washington and Nashville hurt, but I still have them in the top half of the league. They're still good. They're likely now looking at an uphill climb if they want to get out of that wild card spot. Because at number 14 is the team ahead of them, which is the Oilers. Before the season, I don't think anybody anticipated the Oilers being as good as they've been. I think there were people expecting improvement. This has been crazy. This has honestly been crazy. 13 needing to improve heading into the playoffs. The New York Rangers. Ronta has looked human, and that's not necessarily a good thing. If you're a Rangers fan, after years of Lundqvist being superhuman, Ronta is not superhuman. Very good goaltender, but there have been certain goals I've seen lately that have gone, I don't know. So we'll see how that works out for them. Number 12 is the Montreal Canadiens, who have had middling results like some of the other teams. However, they are number one in their division, not by as much as they'd like to be, but they have a high enough standing and they've been playing well enough lately that I can't justify pulling them down out of 12th place. Number 11, the team that beat the hell out of Boston tonight when they shouldn't have. This shouldn't have happened in Boston. Tampa has been great on the road, and I'm telling you right now, Braden Point is a emerging star. And when I hear people saying, well, Tampa doesn't have centers, they do. Braden Point is a legitimate center. He shouldn't be first line, but he is. And he's doing well. He had a goal and an assist last I saw, and they scored 2 more goals after I got frustrated. So I don't know if he had more points, but wouldn't surprise me. If the Bruins could complete a pass, and if Tuukka Rask could make a save, those two things would make me very happy. And lately, it's just, anyways. Yeah. Number 10, the Nashville Predators, who've been much better lately and look like they're getting ready for a nice playoff run. There's certain Canadian hockey fans that are probably going, wow, we're in the top 10. Yeah. At number 9, they've had some rough bumps along the way, but they're starting to look like they're a threat for that number 1 spot. The Ottawa Senators. And at number 8, I have the Toronto Maple Leafs right ahead of them. The Leafs are full value for their playoff spot right now. Regardless of how they got that game-winning goal against Boston, they did it. And since then, they whooped Columbus, and then they came home and they won again. Now, I know it was New Jersey, this team down here, but they won. They're sitting with 85 points right now. 80 is the skunk line. As long as they finish higher than the Islanders, they're 5 points ahead of the Islanders to make the playoffs. And barring some incredible disaster, I know I mentioned about a week ago that they've got 4 games at home at the end of the year against the toughest teams in the league. The problem is that while the team that I have directly ahead of them in the power rankings is Columbus, Toronto just showed last night they can beat Columbus. Literally, they can beat, whoop, trash, destroy, put them through the boards. So I'm off on that prediction right now. Number 6, and this is going to surprise some people, but I'm telling you, if you've not been watching them play lately, they are playing some of the best hockey in the NHL, and they remind me of Columbus at the end of last year. Columbus at the end of last year played very, very well. And they played well when the games didn't matter. The games mattered to Columbus, and right now the games matter to Carolina. They win 4-1 against the Canadiens tonight. They win 4-1. They're full value for their record. They've only lost, I think, 1 in regulation in their last 10. They've been fantastic for the last month and a half. And I really believe next year they're in the playoffs. But right now, don't look now. They're only 5 points back of Boston. They're 2 points back of Tampa, 3 points back of the Islanders. Stranger things have happened. Even this year, stranger things have happened. Number 5, the Anaheim Ducks. This is when you can tell I'm not playing favorites because I don't like the Ducks. I don't want to put them in the top 5, but they belong in the top 5. some solid play from them. And honestly, Jonathan Bernier has been a really good story and has really shown that he can carry the ball for a California team. He just didn't seem to mesh well in Toronto, but he's been fantastic for the Ducks. So full value for him. Number 4, with a win tonight and looking just fantastic. Some of the best hockey over the last 16 games in the NHL is being played by St. Louis. The St. Louis Blues are seemingly ready to do something in the playoffs. And if it's them and Minnesota right now, you'd have to be worried if you're Minnesota, because these Blues are playing some fantastic hockey. They are sitting currently, okay, this is going to change. This is not updated because St. Louis beat Vancouver, so they're going to get those 85 and get back into there. I'm pretty sure that's their 85th point. They get back into there. If St. Louis faces Minnesota in the playoffs, Minnesota could be in trouble. Although Nashville I have ahead of Minnesota in these power rankings too. So number 3, the most unpopular team in the league right now, thanks to Sid the Kid. Pittsburgh, I have at number 3. I cannot defend the Sid the Kid slash on the thought. It was strange though. I will say that. But yeah, I put them at 3. And at number 2, despite back-to-back losses before tonight, they bounced back tonight, and they're fantastic right now. Chicago with 100 points. They're winning the West going away. I think they actually have 102 after tonight's. I'll update these standings every day. This board is going to end up going up either on a wall or on an easel or on my face or something, because it's got to be displayed. I'm starting to actually really like the stickers all the way around, and then I like logos. I don't know if it's noticeable or not, but I like hockey partly because of logos and the colors, and it's bright and it's pretty and it's all clashes, and it'll give you a seizure if you look at it too long. So the Blackhawks have number 2, which means the number 1 team on the power rankings, and we'll put them up here because they're fantastic right now. The Washington Capitals, the team that does not want to fall into second place and end up playing Pittsburgh or Columbus. They're fighting furiously to stay up there, and right now they're up there. So to me, they get number 1 spot. Let me know why I'm wrong in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And this is the board of logos. And I'm going to leave this board as it is, I think, for a little while. Because there's your power rankings. Bippity boppity boo. So power rankings, there's your number 1, and there's your standings. And that's how the board looks right now. And I could very well leave it that way until next week's power rankings. Maybe I'll order another board. Maybe I need like 3 or 4 of them. You think I need 3 or 4 boards?
Where in the world would you put them?
I think I need 3 or 4. Because if I had a series of whiteboards that I could use, this could be my power ranking standings, logos, give people seizures board, and then I could have like a serious math board or a science board.
Double-sided. But that's it.
Or I could get 3.
No.
But I could.
Veto.
But I could.
No, you can't.
Do I have to put my foot down?
Feet down all you want. No.
Okay.
There's nowhere to put them.
This is open for discussion, though.
Not really.
Okay.
You can pretend it is, though.
All right. On that note, again, I'm done for now. I'm done for tonight. This is the board. Let me know where I'm wrong. Let me know who you put where. Again, power rankings just determine who's playing the best hockey right now, which is why let me just go ahead and just do that. Boston sucks because they had every chance over the last 4 games to salt away their spot in the playoffs, and they've blown it. They've blown it on the road. They've blown it at home. They've blown it everywhere. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not going to make it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.